got realizations and twin flame in reverse. Something's clicking. Something's clicking. Something's hitting. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, the right things are happening at the right time for somebody. For you to be able to realize that this person is just literally not who you thought they were. Okay? Somebody is just like, man, I know these are all signs. I know this is a sign. I know. Okay? Somebody's having, what I'm getting is like major understandings that you're not the same. Okay? You are not the same as somebody else. They're not mirroring you. You are not mirroring them. Like, that's what I'm getting for real. Spirit, please show me more on this. Yeah, somebody's like, I can really see something now. Excuse me. Somebody's like, something really does make sense now. Somebody's starting to realize that somebody is not meant for them, or somebody is not the same as them. Somebody is not reflecting something to them, okay? Somebody feels like things are being cleared up for them, okay? Illusions, if you will. All right? Okay, yeah. I feel like what has this person now, like, in a chokehold, basically, they're starting to have these realizations, and they're starting to feel like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? For real, though. Like, actually, what the fuck? Right? And it's almost like they're trying to decide. Somebody's trying to decide from continuing to do something or stopping it. That's what I'm getting. Continuing to pursue something because of how long they've been doing something, or how long they've actually been pursuing something, or taking the other route and exiting the illusions, like coming to terms or something like this. I also feel like somebody's like, I have to make multiple moves because of the realizations that I've just had, and so be it. Okay, make those moves. It's like somebody has to make moves that they don't really want to make, but they're realizing like, oh, like, I need to make these moves. Like, you gotta make these moves. If you don't, you just gotta stay still or something. You're gonna stay in whatever this is, feeling this way about whoever this is. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is realizing that somebody is not going to live up to their fantasies or whatever. Like, they're not going to fulfill something even if you do give them a second chance. Even if you do run into them or something like this. Because it feels like this is a separation where somebody tried to ghost, or like somebody tried to disappear completely or something like this. Basically what I'm getting is that somebody is realizing that they're not even attracted to this person. Like, you're not attracted. You know what I'm getting? Okay, you're more attracted to yourself than you are to this person. That's what somebody's realizing. Somebody's like, nah, because if we was truly reflecting each other, then I would be feeling like, I would feel more attracted to them like I do to myself or something like this. Like, yeah, basically somebody's like, a light bulb just turned on for somebody. They're like, oh, this isn't even what I want for real. Okay, there it goes. That was actually 3. So. I don't do that, whatever. Oh, hell no. You know what I realized? It's like, why does it always, okay, whatever. This is like, now that somebody doesn't want someone to come back, now that they're realizing that it's not what they want, now that they're realizing that this person does not fit into whatever it is that they're desiring or something like this, now this person want to come back around. But I feel like now this person's trying to trap somebody up. So basically, now that somebody's realizing that they don't actually want somebody, now somebody want to come back around and get them trapped up. But the way that they want to get them trapped up is by, like, feeding into the fantasy, like feeding into some type of fantasy delusions that somebody had playing in their head right before the realizations. That's what I'm getting. Like, they want to play on those heavily to make you feel like you were supposed to feel that way. Like, they're gonna be like, no, you was supposed to feel like we was too different, or you was supposed to feel this way right before we came together, or something like this. But I feel like they would have trapped somebody up. Like, they're trying to set up. I feel like something is like those invisible fences. Does that make sense? It's almost like they want to get close enough to somebody to be able to have enough control of them to put some type of boundaries or something. Bruh, this energy is fuck shit. I can't even lie to you. But we're going to pull a few tarot on it since the last reading got fucked up. But Spirit, please show me the clearest collective message here. Somebody got a daycare, or somebody babysits, or somebody got hella kids or something like this. Oh. Somebody was sent in to take care of something, but it was not the type of job that they thought it was going to be, or something like this. They thought something was going to be easier. They thought that somebody was going to be less of a hassle to deal with. They thought that somebody was going to be easier to manipulate. They thought that somebody was not, like, protected or something like this. And they thought that somebody was not in tune with their intuition. Basically, what I'm getting is, whoever this is, they also thought that somebody was like straight from the book. Okay, like, for this example, this is what I'm getting. If, like, somebody reads tarot, they thought that they would always strictly go by, like, the book definition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, read off the exact definition, and that's what it means every single time, without, like, intuition. Basically, without using their intuition to interpret things. They basically thought that that's what somebody did. I'm getting like that's what they thought about somebody. They thought that all somebody knew was like the book definitions or something like this, or how to read the definition, you know, straight from whatever, your guides, whatever, instead of using your intuition. They thought that somebody did not know how to intuitively do something, intuitively see something, intuitively read something. It's not necessarily tarot. That's what I'm getting. It's not even tarot, really, but that's just the example. Because there's a difference. Like, I can tell you each definition for each card that comes out, but that really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just reading the definitions of cards. Anybody could do that. But basically, apply that to wherever this goes in your life. That's what I'm getting. That's how they thought about somebody. But it's like, come to find out, something goes much further or much beyond that is what I'm getting. Like, they tried to do something that somebody does and they failed. That's what I'm getting. Basically, they were sent in to do this job and got caught off guard because they could not do something better than somebody else, or they could not do it the same way when they thought that somebody was just doing a generic basic thing. So they thought somebody was doing something that anybody could do. Anybody could just learn this and do this real quick or something like this. Damn. Okay, well, what now? What now? Some more collective. Oh my god, not the Emperor in reverse. Whoever this was thought that they were going to come in and run circles around you at your own game or something like this. They literally thought that you would be worried about them as competition. They literally thought that you would be stressed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm getting. But I'm getting like they're used to having some type of privilege or upper hand. They're used to being able to like buy their way through something. But they literally couldn't do that this time. Like they can't buy intuition basically. Like they cannot buy whatever this is. I don't know what somebody can do, but they can't buy it. And it's also not necessarily something that can be learned. Like, this is something that comes natural to somebody, okay? What I'm getting is this person did not have the correct or a stable enough foundation to build something off of. Okay, so they just jumped into something that they had no idea what they needed to start off with. Basically, all just to one-up somebody at their own game. That's what I'm getting. Like, why does it feel like they were sent in, though? There was a masculine energy sent in by a feminine energy. That's what I'm getting. To fuck with somebody or to show them up at their own game, to intimidate somebody. That's what I'm getting. So some feminine sent in a masculine to intimidate or one-up somebody at their own game. And it feels like another feminine. It feels like a feminine sent a masculine to fuck with another feminine. Like, it feels like... Ooh, I don't know why I just got that. It was like a mom or a sister, but then I also got like a wife or a girlfriend. That sent in like a son or a boyfriend or something to fuck with somebody else out of spite or something like this. Like they literally sent somebody in to fuck with somebody else, to one up them at their own game, to embarrass them or to, you know what I'm saying, knock them down a little bit or something like this. But whoever they sent in did not have the means to create something, to be able to even get on that level or to even compete, basically. Somebody got feathers. I feel like there's feathers hanging on something like I don't know. Really like, oh, damn, Justice. Bro, come on. Please be for real. I feel like not only does the person who was sent in to like one up you or whoever, not only do they feel like the repercussions of their own actions trying to be something they're not, like, it's like the way they're conceited or like how highly they think about themselves is really being torn down. Like their ego is really being torn down by this or something like this, because they really thought that they could just do this. Like they really thought they could just pull up and do this with no experience or something like this. But they were so confident in doing so, like they put themselves into a competition. Like they started something. They brought something up. The whole point, like, there was nothing even, like, there's no type of event, there was no type of, like, healthy competition or whatever the fuck, like, I don't know what the fuck. There was nothing going on. This person literally came up and was just like, oh, I bet I could take you on, but I bet I could beat you, though. I bet you're not as strong as me. I bet you can't see as far as I can. I bet I can do it better. Like, there was nothing even, like, nothing prompted this. The only thing that prompted this was that feminine energy that sent in this masculine energy to do this. Okay, so he basically started it. Like, if it were, let's say there was already a competition going on and you were one of the competitors and they joined the competition just to try to beat you, okay, everybody's in the competition to compete. But that was not the case. Like, okay, so the fact that they're the ones who did it, brought it up, made up the competition or whatever the fuck, or pursued it basically, really tears down their ego a lot and is very embarrassing. I feel like when somebody doesn't have the correct foundation or the correct prep work, it really shows. Like, you can tell when somebody puts a lot of effort into doing something prior, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to somebody who just did something in the car on the way to whatever. Or if they tried to learn something in 1 week that somebody's been studying for years or something like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Basically, they're showing their ignorance. I feel like whoever this is does not care, or they only see something as fair. I'm seeing something as like fair judgment. Like, yeah, it might be embarrassing, but it's only fair because you're the one who shook on it. Like, you literally came up with the rules and regulations, and it's only fair that you stick it through. Like, it's only fair that you see it through or something like this. Like, this person who didn't even want competition is just like, it's only fair. It's only fair that you suffer the consequences as you should. Like, I'm not backing down. We're not calling it off now. You're the one who put it on. That's what I'm getting. It's like they want it to be called off, or they want pity from somebody, whoever they put themselves in competition with, just because they're losing or just because they can't handle something. And I feel like above everything else, somebody's like, I don't care if it's embarrassing. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I don't care what it does to you, actually, because you approach me on this level, okay? So, no. But, like, no, I'm not. You can quit. Like, you can forfeit or something, but I'm not backing off or something like this. I don't know. That's funny as hell to me, though. All right. I feel like this person is gonna go cry to their mom or something like this. Like, I'm getting like, mommy. Like, somebody is just, they're just like, they can't believe this happened to them. They never get embarrassed like this or something like this. They never get put in their place. They never fail or something like this. They're always the strongest. They're always the best. They always find a way to make it work out in their favor or something like this, but not this time, though. What? Uh-oh. You know what I'm getting? This is a whole nother, it's literally the same exact thing that I just said from a different perspective in a different way, okay? Somebody was sent in. Somebody sent somebody else in, right? To play with somebody's emotions, to bring them down or something like this. You know what I'm saying? Cause emotional damage, you know, a lot of stress or something like this. And whoever this is that they sent in caught feelings when they really wasn't supposed to. Like, they was supposed to be taking you down. The whole point of them getting close to you, pretending like they liked you or pretending to be interested in you, was to ultimately bring you down for whoever sent them in, right? But along the way, it's like they hate that they love you, or they hate that they like you. They hate that they're interested. They hate that they're attracted or some shit like this, because that's really what's going on or something. Okay, so now I'm getting like they want to back out of Like, whoever sent them in, it's like they don't want to do it no more. They're like, it's not a game anymore. I love them for real. It's not a game anymore. I'm actually into them for real. It's not a game anymore. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. But it's like, no. Like, somebody's like, no. I feel like the universe is just like, honestly, we're not going to let this slide. Even if you do get out of it, consequences. Like, they're going to find out or something. Okay, for some of y'all, that's the issue. That's the case. Somebody was sent in to mess with you and they fell in love for real. They don't have the upper hand. Like, they never had what it took to create something real with you anyway. So they're just piggybacking off of something and they don't want to pretend or they don't want to be put in this position or something anymore. Like, they literally cannot hold something. I feel like something is too heavy. They want out of something is what I'm getting. I feel like they're embarrassed to admit that they fell in love with somebody, or they're embarrassed to admit that the person that they were supposed to be attacking caught their eye. Like, they're actually attracted to somebody for real. Like, somebody put a hit on you. That's what it is. Somebody put a hit on you. Whoever was contracted to do it, like, is like, I can't do this no more. That's crazy. And not even necessarily like, yes, I'm getting that's the case for some people, is like they're really attracted to somebody, they really like somebody. But for some people, it's just like they don't want to do something because they're not stronger than whoever they're trying to attack. Like, they were contracted to do something and now they don't want to do it anymore because they're not succeeding, because they're not strong enough to do something. Now that it hurts, or now that they're not strong enough for something, it's like they're being forced to stick it out, to see it through. Like, oh well, that's what I'm getting. Oh, hell no, bro, hell no. You know what I'm getting? Oh, hell no. Alright. I'm getting that whoever this person is that's coming to terms with, like, they don't want to play this game no more. They don't want to play the game that they started, you know what I'm saying? That they agreed to play or something. Like, they don't want to do it anymore. They're starting to realize how fucked up something is. They're like, I can't believe that I didn't see it from a different perspective the entire fucking time. This is really fucked up. Like, I can't believe I've been doing this fucked up shit the whole time. I don't know if they know the full extent to what they've been doing, but it's almost like they didn't care, or like their judgment was hazy or something like this. They were moving from clouded judgment is what I'm getting. From many different factors, probably. I feel like they just mess around with the wrong shit. They mess with the wrong people. They get entangled in the wrong shit. They participate in the wrong shit. But also, like, they do drugs or alcohol or some shit. Something that distorts the perception of reality in the current moment. Yeah, somebody's like, I don't see it that way anymore. I don't see something like that anymore. I want out. That's what I'm getting for real. Damn. But, like, you don't ever get out or something like this. Like, they know that these people or this person is capable of something and that people don't really get out of it. Like, that's why they have to see something through, because people aren't allowed to just get out. Like, you don't just escape. You don't just stop doing something or something like this. Like, you don't just get released. They don't just let you go or something. And somebody's like, man, I didn't even realize how fucked up this cult was, or how fucked up this ideology was, or how fucked up whatever the fuck. Yeah. So now, like, they're not able to get out of something before it's completed. Like, they have to see something through. That's crazy. They're going to have to suffer the consequences even though they don't want to complete something. That's what I'm getting. This is like a ritual or something like this, or a setup. Yeah, but something's too late. They seen something too late. They realized something way too late. not only was whoever sent them in fucking up or trying to fuck up whoever's life they were trying to fuck up, but it's like they were literally fucking up their life too. The person they sent in, like, they didn't realize that they were basically using them as a sacrifice. Yo, that's crazy. The person who was sent in, like the masculine energy that was sent in to fuck with somebody, is starting to realize that they were literally a sacrifice, bro. Like, there was no solution or there was no outcome to where they did not take the fall for this. They're starting to realize, like, they have to go down with this. That's just how it was. That's how it was set up or something like this. But because of how their judgment was or how they saw things before, like, they didn't realize how fucked up it was and that this was actually basically a sacrifice for some type of ritual, bruh. They tried to fuck up somebody's life for some type of ritualistic purposes. I don't know what that means, but they was already priorly attacking this person before they decided to do this. So this is not new news, okay? But yeah, it's new news to this person who's finally coming out of this hazy, I don't know, illusion type mentality. Like, they really did not see any wrong in what they were doing. They saw it as justified, as deserving, as something, I don't know, worth the money even, because I feel like it was contracted again. They realized a little too late that they actually did share feelings with somebody, or they actually did feel something reciprocated. So what we're gonna do, next. That's sad. That's crazy, y'all. Because they're not allowed to get out of something, or because they can't back out of whatever this agreement was, this contract with whoever sent them in, they're still going to try to go through with something. They're still going to try to take somebody out or something like this. Like, the plan is still, even though, like, they tried to get out of it, or they talked to these people to try to figure something out so they could, like, eliminate themselves from whatever this fuck shit is because they don't want to take part in it anymore. I feel like ultimately they're going to revert back to their old ways of thinking. Like, this, whatever this is like, it's like giving cult. It really is. It's like, it's giving, they have to do some type of sacrificial, some type of ritual shit to appease the gods or something. Like, I don't know who they're trying to appease, but basically they just fall back into that way of thinking and click out of, like, oh, I feel something, into, like, oh, this is my job and I need to get it done. Damn, that's crazy. So they're going to try to go through with this regardless. They're going to start to see something, like, objectively. Like, they're going to see it as, like, a mission to complete rather than, like, a journey to embark on with somebody. That's what I'm getting here. Damn. Damn. I feel like, you know what I'm getting, it's like split in half kind of, because it's like, for some of them, they're just going to go back to their old ways of thinking and try to see something through and complete whatever the fuck this is. And for some of them, it's like, it hurts too much, or they don't want to hurt somebody. Like, basically, overall, the goal is to take you out, to get rid of you, to hurt you to a point where you'll never be the same ever again, whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally, like, psychologically, like, whatever the case may be, however they hurt you, it's supposed to have long-lasting effects on you, basically. And they don't want only for some of them. Some of them don't care. They're going to go back to old ways of thinking. They're going to complete the thing. They don't care what it does to you. They don't care how you end up, for real. Okay? But for some of them, it's like they can't stand the pain or something like this. And the only way to end something is to end it with themselves. And that really is pretty sad. But it's like they're sad, or like they're drained, they're exhausted, or something like this. They're exhausted from clinging on to something, from doing something. They're exhausted from like taking these, whatever something is like orders. They're taking orders from somebody else on what to do. Okay, I feel like they know that they're draining somebody, or they know that they're holding on to somebody and hurting them or something like this. And now that they realize they got feelings and shit, they're just like, I can't do this anymore. It ends with me or something like this. That's crazy sad, but yeah. So for some of them, they're basically just going to turn it around on themselves, and that's it, basically. Yeah, because I feel like it's almost like they realize what they've been doing, and they realize that something's going to continue on or something like this. If they're to complete it, again, some of them, they're just going to continue and they're going to complete whatever this is, because they are like really, how do you say, like, yes, committed, but loyal. It's like they're really loyal to the group or cult or religion or whatever that is making them do this. Yeah, because you know what I'm getting to? For some people, before they even are like, you know, it ends with me or whatever the case may be, some of them are going to be like, let's run away. Let's start over. Let's disappear. Let's change our names. Let's dye our hair. Let's fall off the face of the earth and start over. We don't have to continue this. We can forget all about this or something like this. And I feel like that's the last straw. Like, damn, you know what I just got? It's not even like, it's more so not even them taking themselves out. It's the fact that I'm telling you, these are like orders. Whoever is ordering them to do something, it's an order. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an order. Like, whoever is ordering them to do something is literally going to kill them. This is just how it goes. Like, it just is, that's just how it is. When people try to be leaving gangs and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Walk away from cults or whatever. Like, sometimes that's really what it is. That's what they do. And that's what I'm picking up here is like, they know what's going to happen if they don't complete something, if they don't follow through with the order and they let this person go, they don't do whatever they're supposed to do to you. I don't know what they're supposed to do to you now, but they were supposed to do something and they don't want to do it. They don't want to complete it. They don't want to go through with it. So they know when they go back empty-handed, or when they know when they return and they did not complete the job, they did not follow through with the order, that it's going to be their ass, basically. Like, they know.